that is like the perfect recipe for getting what you want, for expanding your life, for putting yourself on the fast track to your dream reality. Hi love, welcome to Guided by Helly. My name is Helly and I'm guiding you to your dream reality. Go ahead and like and subscribe and get in love because we're getting everything we've ever wanted. I don't even know what I'm saying when I say that intro anymore, so I'm probably going to change it up soon. But if you're new here, that's not a coincidence. There's absolutely a message in this video for you, so make sure that you stay all the way till the end so that you can receive that message. There might just be like a little piece in here that's like, oh my god, like that makes so much sense and now everything is so much better and now I can like fast track to my dream reality, which is exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you find it because you don't understand how absolutely close that you are to your dream reality, but there might be some things that you're doing that you don't even realize that are blocking you from that. And today we're going to talk about 3 big ones, okay? Starting with the first one, it is the fact that you are avoiding stress. And I know that that sounds crazy because maybe your dream reality, you have this idea that like in my dream reality, it's so nice, soft life girl, la 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 la, everything is so fluffy and everything is great, right? Wrong. Because think about this, when you are working out, you are becoming stronger, you're becoming healthier, you are becoming all of these things, you are expanding your life, you're extending your life, you are getting more abundant in all of these ways like health, wellness, blah, blah, blah. But the act of exercising is actually putting your body under stress. It is choosing to put your body through stress so that it can overcome it, and then you'll be able to handle more stress. Like when you up the weights when you're working out, okay, you start off with the little 2s, and then it's like, okay, I can handle this. Okay, now you move to the 5s. Okay, I can handle this. Now 10, 15, blah, blah, blah. You understand what I'm saying? That is how you become stronger. So in your real life, and not that working out isn't real, but in another way, think about this. If you're like, I don't want any stress, I don't want to deal with anything, I just want to blah, 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 you are weakening by the hour, right? I feel like I am so strong because as a child, I went through so much and I overcame so much. I always say to people, if I didn't go through as much as I did when I was a child, I would be honestly such a brat. Like I just would not be grateful. I would not have the ability to speak to people in the way that I do because I've overcome so much. I've done these things. When somebody has a problem, I bet you I've had that problem too. Like the more problems that I had, it brought me more solution, right? So the more stress that you have, the more ability you have to overcome. And then if you can overcome these small stresses, if you can and when I'm talking about putting yourself into stressful situations, I mean, like if you're having anxiety leaving the home, you need to put yourself in a stressful situation, like take yourself out on a date and then overcome that. So then you become stronger, then your abilities open up, your capabilities open up, your options open up. More can happen for you in your life by putting yourself in these stressful situations in the same way that going to the gym is putting your body under stress so that you can become stronger. So you are blocking yourself from so many blessings simply by trying to avoid stress. You're so scared. You're like, oh my God, that it gives me anxiety, so I'm not going to do it. Well, guess what? The next time that you go and do it, here's the fucking kicker. Okay. I learned this when I was dancing. Okay. I used to be a stripper, and there are nights when you make a lot of money. So like other nights you don't really have to go to work. Right. But like, you don't want to like skip every single night just because you have enough for your bills. You want more money so that you can have more opportunity, blah, 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 blah. You're also trying to get the hell out of there. So there's reasons to go to the club, even if you have enough money to pay for your bills. But if you have anxiety, like I was experiencing anxiety when I was supposed to go to work. And so then I would be getting ready and all these things. And in my mind, I'm like, well, what if I don't make any money or insecurities start to creep in? And then my anxiety is so high that I'm like, let me just stay home, right? The fact that I didn't overcome that anxious thought moment, whatever, and go and show myself that nothing wrong is going to happen. Like everything is fine. I can go to work and I'm going to make money and everything is going to be fine. I didn't show myself that it's okay. My body thought like, whew, we dodged a bullet. So the next time it's time for me to start getting ready for work, my body's gonna be like, no, 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 no. Like, please, please, please don't go. You're so anxious. There's so many reasons why you shouldn't go. Like, this is danger, 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 right? My body's going to experience it even more because it's like, no, please don't go, right? So when you are experiencing these anxieties, and I'm not talking about like something that you're like, I have a genuinely bad, okay, this is actually hard to differentiate if you're dealing with anxiety, but there are times, when it's like, oh, thank God I didn't go because it was going to be bad. But if you're experiencing anxiety, you know what I mean, and this is a problem and it's stopping you from doing things in your life, okay, listen to me right now. You have to overcome that. You have to put yourself in that stressful situation so that you can overcome that, so that you can be stronger. Like for me, had I just gone to work and avoided the anxious thoughts, I could have shown my body and shown my stress levels that it's okay. And yes, I have a little bit of anxiety, but when I get to work or going to work, it does me no harm. So then it's like, okay, the next time that anxiety, it probably won't even pop up as much. You know what I mean? The anxieties will lessen and lessen and lessen as you show yourself that it's okay, right? So, another example, when I was in a relationship with a man who, a narcissist, you know what I mean? Not the fun way, like this truly psychotic way, truly psychotic. He would always fight with me whenever, and they're so smart and they're so calculated and they know what they're doing. It's crazy. Every time I would start to go get ready to leave the house or put my shoes on to leave the house or do anything, he would start a fight with me, right? So my stress levels go up. So then I was programmed, this man programmed me to be stressed out every time I was about to leave the house, to the point that even when I left him, it was still hard for me to leave the house. I had to move to New York City to expose myself. I mean, that wasn't the purpose, but I'm realizing that it helped me. When I did move to New York City, I was exposed to all these people that it kind of just like ripped the Band-Aid off, and I was able to then free myself and get my life back. So it's like you're avoiding stress, you're avoiding these anxious spots, and you're avoiding all this, and you're stopping yourself from living. Like this doesn't even have anything to do with manifestation, but you're stopping yourself from living your life. And I know that you're probably like, I know, I've been doing that and I get that, but I'm just here to tell you that if you found this video and this message resonates with you, it is okay to put yourself in a stressful situation, right? That is going to reduce your stress levels. You think that it's going to do the opposite. You think that saving yourself and staying home and avoiding all these things is going to reduce those stress levels. No, the next time that you have to go on a plane, or the next time that you have to go here or do that or do the thing that triggers that anxiety, the anxiety is going to be worse, because it's going to be like, no, girl, remember I saved you last time? Remember? And it's like, it's almost like a baby inside of you that if you give it what it wants, it just cries louder and louder and louder. And it learns to train you. Now your body knows to train you through stress. When if you could just overcome these things, right, then you could save the stress for like when something for real is going on. You know what I mean? When there's a big, like when you see a bear, I don't know, like when something terrifying is truly going on, not like putting your shoes on to leave the house because you've been programmed to be anxious in those moments. You see what I'm saying? So you are blocking your own blessings just by trying to avoid stress. Put yourself, they call it exposure therapy, rejection therapy, and whatever you're dealing with, expose yourself to it so that those stress levels can go down and you can get your life back, right? Boom. Love it. What was the next one? Oh, girl, we've talked about this so many times. When you are not making up your mind on what you want. And let me tell you something. Sometimes we are in phases, and I really need you to understand this. When you are in your discovery phase, do not make demands. And when I say discovery phase, I mean like, if you don't know what you want, don't ask. Don't start being like, okay, like universe, let's get like this 10-year plan going. You don't know what you want in 10 years. Start having fun in the now, right? Like ignore the future for a little bit if you don't know what you want. You know what I mean? Like when you're at the restaurant and the waitress comes and you haven't even looked at the menu yet and you don't know what you want, you don't like order anyway. No, you say, can I have a couple minutes? And then she says, of course, love, girl, have a good time. I don't know why. Okay, let me stop. But you ask for time, and then you're granted that, and then you actually get to discover what you want, and then you can place your order. And that's exactly what I'm asking you to do. If you don't know what you want, don't think that you have to have this big old plan. Go and try out all these things before you decide if you even want to make it this grand thing in your life. I was talking to one of the clients that I work with, where I do one-on-one coaching, and she was telling me how she wants to do this and do this and do this. And I opened her mind up to the idea that, like, you know what, like, that's great. Like, that could be exactly what you're supposed to do with your life. But also it could be the dabbling in it that brings you what you needed. Like, the universe put the impulse in you to like want to be a DJ so that you can go and dabble in that. And maybe you go into a club where you like are trying to learn about whatever, and you meet somebody that ends up being like this to you. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know what it is. It could be like a full-on DJ career, or it could be like the path. You know what I mean? Like, we're inspired in so many weird ways. So what I'm asking you to do is, like, if you don't have your mind made up, don't just start making it up. Like, don't be like, and this is for my ADHD people especially, because you know we have these fixations. You know that we like something and it becomes our entire life, and allow yourself to do that without like committing to it for life. You know what I mean? Like dabble in what you want to dabble in and enjoy every single thing. When you are discovering what you like and what you want to do and what you're into, right? Like don't demand that be your thing forever unless it like slowly unfolds in that way. Like just take your time in life. Take your time with your manifestations. You can focus on the today. You know what I mean? If for me, manifesting is kind of like my prayer. You know what I mean? It's like how I tap into source and how I connect with the universe is through my manifestations. So if I don't have a big demand and I don't want to sit here and script out my next 10 years, or I don't want to, sit there and be like, make me whatever, I can manifest today. You know what I mean? Like I can be like, wake up in the morning when I'm starting to lower my cortisol levels, reduce my stress, do things that make me feel peaceful, eating my breakfast, doing all these things that women should do when they wake up because I've studied what I should be doing as a woman. Sorry, that's like my new hyperfixation is like the medical field. And this is, again, another fucking tangent, but the medical field is all about men. It's all about white men, okay? So like understanding that like all these fitness things and like all these challenges and all this stuff, it's like if it's made by a man and it works for a man, it probably might not work for you if you're a woman, So yeah, eating breakfast in the morning, that's my new thing because I used to skip breakfast because it was like, oh yeah, skip breakfast, save the calories. No, bitch, I'm a woman. I need to eat my breakfast. Okay, anyway, besides point. So do you understand? Like if you don't know what you want, that's okay. Go out and like have fun and like figure out what you want and like see what you like. And like, if you don't know what you want, don't start making things up because it's like, what if the point is to be like in the unknown? Because then it gets me out there. It has me asking questions. It has me trying all these different things. Cause when I know that we fear the unknown and I totally get that. But like when how boring, yawn, it's like, okay, now I know and I'm just walking that way. But when you don't know, oh my God, imagine it's like a night out in New York City when you like know exactly where you're going. There's these plans. Okay, we're going to go here and da-da-da-da. You almost like have these expectations like, okay, I'm going to go to XYZ and it's going to be great. But then you get there and there's like a line and you're like, ugh, this wasn't in the plan. But like, this is what I'm doing. Like, these are the plans, whatever. Like, it's almost like a little bit annoying. But when you go out and you're like, I'm going to go where the wind takes me. And it's like, you can just stumble into the bar that the energy is calling you. What a way better night to have, Like, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know exactly what you want to manifest a great day. You can say, you know what I mean? Like, it's when they say, a lot of people have used this one where it's like, show me how good it gets. Like keeping it broad, keeping it open. Like if you do not know what you want and you start sending mixed signals and you're like, I want this. No, I want this. No, I want this. No, I want this. I don't know what to give you, girl. I don't know what to give you. So if you don't know what you want, don't ask. Don't send mixed signals. Don't do it. And finally, the last thing, and this is going to be frustrating. This is going to be very frustrating, but the last thing, and also make sure you go and watch my video from last week about syncing your manifestations to your cycle, because understanding where you're at in your phase will let you know how much effort that you have the ability to put in, and it will allow you to judge yourself based on what you actually can do, like scientifically and like based on our own cycles, versus like expecting yourself to have the same consistent energy every single day like a man. Like we are not the sun. The man is the sun. They do the 24. We're the moon. We do the 28 days. You know what I'm saying? So this last one is for sure blocking you from your blessings, and I'm guarantee it. You are putting in low, minimal effort into everything that you do, okay? And maybe you're doing it because you're a little bit scared, right? You're like, oh, I don't really know what I want. But if you don't know what you want, just put all of your effort into having fun and discovering, but put that effort in, right? So this low effort where you're like, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that. And I'm not saying like if you want to be a YouTuber, go out and spend all of your money and like, buy a $6,000 worth of equipment so that you can put all this effort in. I'm saying like putting not consistent, but putting time into what you want and seeing where it takes you. Like putting in some type of fucking effort instead of just sitting around. Wow, I know, isn't that crazy? Okay, let's just use the concept of like creating your dream body, right? You want your dream body, you're like, I'm gonna manifest it. Oh my God, I'm gonna manifest it. Wow. I love it. So you're just visualizing. You just visualize all day. Daydreaming. And this is where we need balance, right? Because we also need to balance the visualization out. We need to balance it out with the action. We need to put action behind our visualization, right? So this is how I'm going to balance it out. This is how I'm going to put effort into my manifestations outside of just sitting around, right? I'm going to visualize my dream body, right? And I'm going to visualize my dream body, my dream like routine. Cause like, okay, so I see abs. So I know my dream body works out. I see these like very long legs or the very strong legs. So I know she works. This girl, she does cardio. She does strength. I see it. So now that I've visualized and I've tapped in, I know exactly what the fuck she looks like in my dream body that I'm manifesting for myself. So now I'm going to do the action that she took in that world, in that dream world. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it so that I can get from A to B, right? Okay, so it's like if you want to go to Texas, you have to get in the plane. You have to get to the airport. You got to do things on your end, right? You don't just pop up and show up in Texas. You have to do things in New York. I'm just using my locations in my last vacation as an example. But like I had to get up out of my bed in New York City and do the work in New York City to get on the plane to get to Texas. And that's like, no duh. Who would think that they're just gonna pop up in Texas and like not have to get on the plane or travel? You know what I mean? Like what? That doesn't make any sense. That's you when you think you're just gonna close your eyes and visualize your dream life and it's gonna happen without any action, without you doing anything. That is as absurd. It is as absurd. Okay? And I'm telling you, all the inspiration and everything that you need is coming to you. Right? But you do have a to-do list of like leaving your house, you know, of like putting yourself in spaces where, I don't know, maybe you're just like inspired to go, or like, I don't know, just getting yourself out there. And if you have a brain, you can use that to be like, wait, I want to be an artist. So I'm going to go and like put myself in spaces where other artists are so I can be inspired by them. It's like, if I want to cook a recipe, I'm going to go into the book and read the recipe and cook it, right? If I want to be an artist, I'm going to go into the spaces where artists exist and I'm going to understand more about the culture, or I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But do you see what I'm saying? I'm going to be putting myself into a situation. I'm going to put the effort of putting myself in a spot where I can almost guarantee like the likeliness, like, cause I'm using my brain, the likeliness of me running into somebody who can actually help me with what I'm seeking, with what I'm dabbling in, with what I'm discovering right now. Yeah, if I go to where they are, right? If I wanted to get into reselling clothes, I might go to like a flea market or a thrift store and like see somebody that's like a reseller and be like, hey, are you a reseller? And then they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm a reseller. And be like, cool, how'd you get into that? Like, I'm new to the area. Or you can even just fucking lie and be like, yeah, I used to resell and whatever, I'm just kind of getting back into it, blah, 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 blah. And like, see where that takes you. Just put yourself out there, right? That's kind of all three of them mixed. You're like putting yourself in a stressful situation, you are putting in the effort, and you are in your discovery phase. You're not making demands. You're just like, I'm gonna go and discover if this is something that I want to do. I'm gonna go put myself out there and enjoy that, right? And like, once you put all of those three things together, you're gonna make it fucking happen. You know what I mean? You're going to make it happen. That's kind of like, now that I think about it, that is like the perfect recipe for getting what you want, for expanding your life, for putting yourself on the fast track to your dream reality, right? Putting yourself in this situation that might be a little bit stressful, but I'm becoming stronger because when we put our body through stress, we get stronger muscle. Boom, right? Same thing. If we put ourselves in a stressful situations, I don't know. I don't need to repeat myself. I think you guys understand me, and I just got the click in my brain that was like, stop talking. They heard you. Okay, they heard me. Thank you. So I hope that the message did find you. This is a little bit shorter, not too much shorter, but a little bit shorter than my typical video. But you know, the message is the message. It doesn't need to be X amount of time. It just needs to be out there. So with all of that being said, I thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and watch some of my other videos if you're feeling so inspired. I do, again, we meet every Wednesday and Sunday. I'll usually post by like 8 p.m. on Wednesday and Sunday. So like if you like to watch the videos in the morning, Thursday and Monday for you, babe. If you like to watch them in the evening, Wednesday and Sunday.